And anything we can do to reduce single occupancy vehicle travel is going to benefit the environment. So whether it's riding a bicycle, carpooling, walking, taking the bus, riding your skateboard, getting out on rollerblades, whatever you can do to get out of a car is going to benefit the environment. So we focus quite a bit on that in the planning division. I've been affiliated in one way or another with BikeAthens since I moved to town in 2002. I was on the board of directors for a few years, and right now I'm kind of a technical advisor to the board, and I can help them with my expertise, which is in the planning end of things, in the government end of things, and sort of give them pointers on how to work with local government and what kind of technical transportation issues might come up.
My name is Jason Perry, and I'm a member of the BikeAthens Board of Directors, and I'm also one of the managers of the BikeAthens Bike Recycling Program. BikeAthens actually started about 20 years ago under a different name. It was the Athens-Clarke Safe Cycling Campaign, and there was a time when it was actually under the umbrella of the University of Georgia. Now it's its own 501c3 nonprofit organization known as BikeAthens. So hopefully there are some people here who don't ride to work regularly who might be encouraged from coming to this event tonight to do it more regularly by trying it out tomorrow on the National Bike to Work Day.
We sponsored a professional cycling team for a long time, so all of us are cyclists. The owners are cyclists, the roasters are cyclists, a lot of folks who work for us ride their bicycle. And so we've always been advocates for the things that BikeAthens is advocating for. We believe in what they do. So they came to us a year or so ago to see if we had any fundraising ideas, and we came up with the idea of making a special coffee blend for them called Alternative Fuel. And so all the profits from Alternative Fuel actually go to BikeAthens. I think any group that advocates for an alternative way to get around other than using oil, like the kind that's gushing into the Gulf, or the kind that's bankrupting our country, or sitting in cars with air conditioners that's making the whole country overweight. It's healthy, it's less expensive, it's easier on the environment, it's better for the health of the people in the country. I mean, the best health care bill we could get would be to get people out of cars and on bicycles. So the things that they're advocating for, even though they're only a little local organization, those kind of things actually, if everybody adopted the things they were advocating for, it would change literally the nature of the economy and the health of this country. What I'd like to see really is a way to get around by bike that is safe and sane. I mean, if you go out to some of the Midwest towns like Milwaukee, or you go out west to like Denver, they have miles and miles and miles of separated from traffic bike lanes that you can actually go places. Here you'll be on a bike lane and all of a sudden it'll disappear, or it goes nowhere, or there is no bike lane. So if we could get to a place where you could actually get around by bike, I believe more people would ride their bikes.
We've got a motivation, we've got an impetus in the community and nationally for not traveling alone in your car for every trip. There's steam building up for that, but there's not yet a good set of infrastructure in place for that. So, for example, I know people who would love to be able to ride their bike to work, but if they don't have a safe place to do that, the chances are that they're going to wait until they do to be able to bike to work. And so I think if we can put infrastructure in place, and if we can fund bike lanes and greenways and sidewalks just as well as we've funded asphalt for additional highway lanes, I think we'd be in great shape. That's obviously quite a ways off, but I think we're bit by bit inching toward that future.